Hello, friends. Nice to be back with you. This is Miss Kelly, and I am going to be your art teacher this year up until February, when you will have a new art teacher, Miss Morgan. She will be back from maternity leave. So I will be happy to be here, and hopefully we will be able to see each other in the classroom. Until that time, I will be teaching you online. Today, I'd like to go over some of the art supplies that we may be needing coming up. So I wanted to make sure that you kind of were keeping you aware of the things that you have around you and the things that you might need. So let's look at a couple of the things that you might need. I will also type out these things. So some of the things that I think would be important, I'm sorry, it skipped ahead. Crayons, of course, would be great. As many colors as you can get. Some colored pencils, watercolor paint. Watercolor paint might be important coming up in about a month. I might do some more things with watercolors. So if you can find some, that would be really great. Keep your eyes open. I know they have them at Daiso for fairly cheap, $1.50. Daiso is a great place to get art supplies on the cheap. You'll also, I'm sure, need some scissors along the line, so I wanted to make sure to include that on my list. If you could get a Sharpie or some colored Sharpies, that would be great, but some black Sharpies, maybe a variety of thin, a little bit thicker. It's always good to have Sharpies. They are a bit expensive, so you don't need to go out and buy a whole bunch of Sharpies, but having a few black Sharpies and maybe a couple colors would be really helpful. These are some of the things that you may need to help you stick something onto something else. Just plain old glue, glue stick. There's tacky glue that does a little bit better job of sticking for art projects. You can use tape. You can use a stapler. You can even make your own paste if you want with flour and water. That might be a project you'd want to do with mom or dad or someone a little bit older to help you. There are many things that you can use to help adhere or stick. If you think of anything, let me know and I will add it on. But these are some things that you can use. So if I say get your glue sticks out and you don't have a glue stick, maybe you can use tape or maybe you can use staples. And these are some things that you can use to write on. So just plain white copy paper is great. Please, if you do not have some, try and find some. It's fairly important to have some paper. You can use lined paper too, but for art projects, it's usually kind of nice to have some just plain white paper. I included also cereal or some other thin cardboard box off of something from the kitchen. If you can, you also use like a pizza box too. Brown paper bag would be great to be able to have something thicker to do some artwork on. Toilet papers and paper towel rolls, that hard cardboard, and we can do some art projects with that. Coffee filters are great for doing some art projects, and maybe with some watercolor, we can have fun with that too. So try and get some coffee filters. There are a couple different kinds. The ones that you see are a little bit easier to work with art than the cone ones. Paper plates are also a great thing to have for art projects. So if you have some, please try and hang on to some so we can work with that later on. And tinfoil also with Sharpies, that really works well. So these are some of the supplies that maybe you can keep your eyes open to try and maybe put in a paper bag to put aside. Hopefully we will do some other things too, but I will let you know as the lessons go on. So I hope that you have a good week, and I will have another video next week for you. Please start collecting some art supplies at home. Thanks.